I want to first thank Dr. Kopp for allowing me not to have to wear my cap while I speak. I thought it would be some type of concentration mishap. I'm used to wearing a football helmet when I'm playing, and with that you have blinders on. You don't have to worry about much, and that tassel is just too much for me to handle. So thank you very much. On behalf of my wife Robin and our family, my 3 beautiful boys, and our First and 10 Foundation, I want to thank you, Dr. Kopp, and our university, its administrators, faculty, and staff, for giving me this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to share with you today. I have countless memories of my time here in Huntington as a student athlete, where I learned how to dream, how to believe, and how to achieve. I speak to you today not only as a former athlete of Marshall University, and not only as a former student, but most importantly, as a son of Marshall. I am a product of you. Because of you, I am the man that I am today. And I think none of us here in this room today can just say we've gotten to where we are because we've done it by ourselves. We can point to 1, 2, maybe a handful of people that have helped mold us into the adults that we are. I want to congratulate all of our graduates, all of our honorees today for a job well done. And I wish you all the best as you take this next step in this journey that we call life. Daniel, an amazing story. I wish you all the best. Eric, you should have written my speech for me. And Adam, you need to come up here and do it for me because you guys are amazing. Success. What is success? That's a question that I'm asked as a professional athlete time and time again. Chad, what do you think the key to success is? Certainly, I think that success is a term that's used loosely in our society and most oftentimes misrepresented. It's a word associated with money, with fame, celebrity status, celebrity apprentice. If you're on television, you're looked as successful. But really, what is success? There's 2 definitions that I've come across that I think encompass the true meaning of success. The first one is from the Wizard of Westwood, Coach John Wooden, a man who was able to help his teams and lead his teams to 10 national championships, accomplish so many things on and off the field. And he has a book called Coach Wooden's Pyramid of Success, where he builds a pyramid with 15 pyramid qualities along with 10 mortar qualities as far as what he believes success is. Coach Wooden defines success as this. He says that success is the peace of mind that is the direct result of self-satisfaction in knowing you did your best to become the best that you are capable of becoming. Now, there are a couple of reasons why I like this definition. Number 1, you are the only one who truly knows whether you've given everything you have. That's something that none of us here, if we are not you as an individual, we can only subjectively tell you whether or not you've given 100% or you've given everything you have. But as individuals, we all know deep down inside what type of effort that we've given. You know, that's a question that I have to ask myself every day as we are now in off-season training. Not a lot of coaches around, not 80,000 people in the stands to cheer you on Sunday. The lights are off. But every day as I go into work, I must ask myself, am I doing all the necessary things? Am I giving the necessary effort I need to give to become the best professional quarterback that I can be? Secondly, with this definition, there are no comparisons. This definition of success focuses solely on the individual. And as you know, we live in a world that loves to compare, loves to analyze, loves to criticize. And the NFL is no different. Every day, as professional football players, we're being compared to another professional football player. We're being analyzed. We're being criticized. But when you focus on your own plans and your own goals that you've set for yourself, it gives you a peace of mind. You don't worry about what others think because you know you've taken the time to map out your goals and what is important to you. Dr. John C. Maxwell, an award-winning author, he wrote the book 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. He's written numerous books about success and leadership. He has this small little book about this size, which is great for me because I'm the world's worst at trying to finishing books. So he has this book called Success 101. He defines success as this. He says, Success is knowing your purpose in life, growing to reach your maximum potential, and sowing seeds to benefit others. Now, I love this definition. Number one, because it involves understanding who you are. As a professional quarterback, I must understand my strengths. I must know my weaknesses. I must know what I bring to the table as a professional quarterback. This definition also involves a process. And sometimes we think success is merely a destination, but it's actually a journey. Dr. Maxwell says that growing to reach your maximum potential is a journey. And as long as we take a breath on this earth, we'll never stop growing in some type of capacity, and we'll never stop having the chance and the ability to sow seeds to benefit others. Which leads me to my third reason why I like this definition, because it involves service. To be successful, it's a two-way street. In today's society, we've somehow lost sight of that. We've portrayed success to be self-serving to get what we want. But I think that true long-term success involves sacrifice and the serving of others. That is when the human heart is truly fulfilled. Keys to success. I thought a couple of keys that may benefit you. I know that have benefited me along the way about what the keys to success are. Maxwell goes on to say that before you even start, before you even map out a plan and you think about all the different things that you want to do, and before you begin your journey of success, you must have the right picture of success. You must be able to envision what success is for you personally, because it is a personal account. For all of us as individuals, success is a little bit different. This picture is a little bit different. But this vision allows us to tackle everyday tasks with enthusiasm, with energy, and with a sense of purpose. There's a story that he talks about three construction workers. And it talks about, and it really portrays what vision is all about. There's a reporter. He sees these three construction workers, and they're pouring concrete. He goes up to the first construction worker, and the reporter asks, "Sir, can I ask you what you're doing?" And he looks at him with a grimace on his face, and he says, "Well, I'm collecting a paycheck." So he moves on to the second guy, and he says, "Sir, what are you doing here?" He says, "Well, what's it look like I'm doing?" I'm pouring concrete." He says, "Okay." He moves over to the third construction worker. And as he moves over, third construction worker gets up from what he's doing, gets up off his hands and knees, wipes his hands off, shakes the reporter's hand, and the reporter says, "Sir, what are you doing?" He says, "Well, I'm building a shelter for the homeless. Now you see over here, we've got the kitchen. Over here, we're building a resource center." This man had vision. This man had a picture of what success was all about. And he knew that it wasn't about punching a clock and just paying his dues. He had a vision for what he was doing. Number two, I really believe that the keys to success involve not only understanding who you are, but understanding who you are not. When I was replaced in 2007 in New York, I had a chance. It was one of the best experiences I ever had, even though it was a bitter experience. It was an experience that really I had time to take a step back and look at myself as a professional quarterback and really look at who I am as a quarterback and also who I am as a person and evaluate that, and most importantly, understand who I'm not as a person and who I'm not as a quarterback. And because of that experience and because of that time to be able to reflect, I think that's made me a better person. Number three, and this third concept and key to success, I think, is so important for all of us to understand. Embracing the concept of failure. Now, you may say, "Now, Chad, what are you talking about? How do you embrace failure?" I didn't say accept failure. I just said embrace failure. Because in our society today, we've labeled failure as taboo. We've been conditioned to avoid failure at all costs and not embrace our mistakes and use them as learning tools.